Israel recently celebrated their 4 millionth Israeli to get their first vaccination shot. Out of that 4 million, nearly 3 million have had both shots. That's quite an accomplishment for a country of just over 9 million citizens. Israel has seen more than 700,000 COVID cases and 5,400 deaths. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu worries misinformation is keeping many Israelis from lining up for the shot.
The only thing that currently prevents the completion of this vaccination process is fake news and the superstitious and sometimes malicious beliefs that are planted among the public and on the internet and other places. Don't believe them.
In an effort to increase numbers, Netanyahu wants legislation that would provide the names of those not vaccinated to local governments. Health Minister Yuli Edelstein advocates allowing employers to prevent the unvaccinated citizens from coming to work. They face major pushback as so-called anti-vaxxers use posters and the web to spread messages like, "You're experimented on like lab rats. The vaccine is a death shot." The government counters with posters like this, which reads, "False information and lies endanger us."
People in the emergency fake news room, they are monitoring social media. The moment they see a fake news, they transfer the information to the cyber department in the Ministry of Justice.
While the government is monitoring and censoring social media, a number of Israelis remain convinced the vaccinations are not safe.
This whole thing, it's research, an experiment with unknown side effects. It's not like taking today a measles or flu vaccine. This is a totally new drug, new technology.
On Sunday, the government will enforce new regulations, stopping the unvaccinated from using gyms, attending sporting events, or going to a hotel. Israelis completing the two-step vaccination process will be issued a new green passport that will permit them access to those same venues. About 2,000 rallied in Tel Aviv this week, not to protest the vaccine, but for the freedom to choose whether or not to take it.
This has raised a bit of a dilemma, which is how should society, how should the government relate to people who have not been inoculated or vaccinated or who refuse to do so?
Commentator and columnist Michael Freund says the growing fight over public health versus individual privacy and freedom could soon boil over.
One that I think every Western democracy at some point or another has to confront.
Israel becomes one of the world's first democracies to reach this stage in the pandemic fight. What's more important? Protecting public safety with strict vaccination measures, or preserving the beliefs, rights, and freedoms of its citizens. Chris Mitchell, CBN News,